Scandal Squad. Hey, you guys. Hey, Lulu. Hey. Thank you for joining. So, you guys, this is a blue light live, late night live. Um, Lulu, can you hear me? I'm never sure if my sound is good.
I'm never sure my sound is good. I'm never sure my sound
Whoa,
is good. I'm never sure my sound
whoa,
is good. I'm never sure my sound
whoa.
is good.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Echo.
Echo.
Hey.
Hey. Hey.
Okay. Um, Thank you for joining. Look, are you feeling better? Because I was like, um, remember, if you weren't feeling good, you're not supposed to be here. So I hope you're feeling better. I'm feeling a little bit better. It took me a minute, but I made it. So you guys, this is a late night. This is a late night get together, a chat, right? And we're just here to talk about some trending topics. I don't know if you guys have been up on everything. I just kind of got up on it that this whole Tesla thing, in the Bay Area, like I work not too far from Silicon Valley, and when you go across the bridges anywhere predominantly on the opposite side, oh, I hope you're better. You guys don't forget to go follow Lulu's Divine Flow on TikTok, Instagram, and yeah, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Hey, Michael, ain't no Jay Z. How do you know? How do you know? So everybody's saying hello. You guys, so here, I don't know in other states, but because Tesla's big here, and it's like everybody in Silicon Valley. There's Google. Um, when you go out there, everybody is driving a Tesla, and predominantly, if you're in the IT sector, oh, thank you. I'm very self conscious about my teeth. I was wearing those Invisalign. I screwed that up, so I got to get on. But Michael, psh, psh, now I'm gonna be self conscious about my teeth. Like, anyway, I'm just kidding. So and Michael, well, anyway, I'm not even gonna say that because the trolls be finding a whole lot of stuff to talk ish about. So don't you be. I hope you're not trying to troll. But yeah, so here, everybody drives a Tesla, and the Tesla drivers, they think they effing own the road. So we're always like, like you kind of want to cut them off, or, on my team. And oh, and like I was saying, here in the tech sector, it's like if you are Indian, you're in the tech sector, or a lot of the Asians as well, you have a Tesla. That's the car to have here. And on my team, it's a cybersecurity team. It's like one of my coworkers said one time, all of us have Teslas because they all had new Teslas. I didn't. And they were like, my daughter was in college, child. I got tuition to pay. I ain't giving a damn about no damn Tesla, you know? And so he was like, you need to get one. Hey, Michael, welcome to the chat. Y'all come on in and get those likes up. So anyway, Tesla's a big deal out here. And when you drive in, you be wanting to get your ass up because they just act like they own the road. They really do. I'm not saying you should do nothing to a Tesla owner, but I mean, it is like a anti-Tesla war going on. And I think primarily, hey, Dida, welcome. Get those likes up, y'all. Dida says, hey, girl, hey, chat room. So it's not, and again, it doesn't matter what you drive or anything, but I think Tesla has started to represent wealth, and it's here at least anyway, and it represents people that are disenfranchised, like because the people driving the Teslas here, they got money. Now let's go to the cyber trucks. People are pissed and tired of these damn cyber trucks. We just had about 2 months ago, we had a cyber truck incident. It was after a prom or something. It was 4 kids. They were in the cyber truck, and I don't know what happened. They said it lost control, and the kids, it was a fire, and the kids didn't make it. I think it was 4 kids. So it's a mess. So anyway, everybody is pissed with Tesla. The stock is going down. The cars are being vandalized. So that's one of the things. I don't know about you guys, what you guys drive. It's personal business. But we gonna talk about the Tesla, and the stock is going down. I remember just like last year, everybody's like, "Oh, get the Tesla stock. It's this and that." Tesla stock was up to like $400. Too much for me. I got a piece of a little bit of a stock in something, just a little bit, but that's too much. And now, from what I'm hearing, it's down to like two something. So, I mean, but I don't even know that it would be a good investment because they're tearing up the dealerships. Stock is going down. They're tearing up the cars. It's a mess. So I don't know if you guys bring the mess TV. She comes on the channel sometimes. You guys go follow her. She did a video, and I didn't even know how bad it was. But let's listen to Bring the Mess TV, and then we're gonna get into some of the other videos.
Hot topic news today. Elon Musk has been hacked 4 times. Tesla has been hacked 4 times in one day. They want this man to have nothing to do with nothing considering the U.S. They have hacked him 4 times today, and they have doxed everybody's information, putting their name, addresses, and jobs on the internet to get Elon Musk out. They are burning his cars, burning Teslas that they see, ripping parts off. What do you guys think about this mess? Will Elon leave the White House?
So you guys, basically, she's saying they've been doxing people that have Teslas. I mean, I did not. This is some serious ish. And another thing, they've been telling Elon Musk, because y'all know he's from Africa. They've been telling, when have anybody ever told somebody take your A back to Africa unless they was talking to somebody black, right? It's so crazy. And I'm not laughing like, I mean, of course we don't condone hate and all that stuff. But it's crazy that they telling this white man, take your back to Africa, right? They want Elon up out of here. Canada don't even want Cybertrucks. So let's get into all of this Cybertruck hate, this Elon Musk hate. This is real and it's crazy. Let's see. So this is Elon Musk. So they've been blowing up the cars. They've been attacking the dealerships. They've been attacking. This thing is so sensitive. Anyway, let me let Elon talk.
It's quite a shock to me that there's this level of really hatred and violence from the left. I always thought the left, or Democrats, were supposed to be the party of empathy.
First of all, how does he know it's Democrats? Number one. Number two, read the room. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, we've never done anything. People, you firing people. People are losing their jobs. Inflation, the economy. Are you crazy? Cybertrucks and Tesla represent the elite. What are you talking about? Like, what?
Of carrying, and yet they're burning down cars. They're firebombing dealerships. They're firing bullets into dealerships. They're just, smashing up Teslas. Tesla is a peaceful company. We've never done anything harmful.
Tesla is a peaceful company. Never done anything awful. Out here in the Bay Area, the way that they treat the employees, they had a African-American male about 4 years ago who had to sue Tesla because they were allowed to use the N-word. This is like just maybe 20 miles outside of Oakland, San Francisco area. There's a Tesla plant. This man sued and won millions. Like the culture at Tesla was supposed to be horrible. The hours that people had to work. Now I heard the wages, depending on your position, if you were in the tech IT, that the wages were pretty good. But what are you talking about? They said Elon was a complete monster. The same way when he took over Twitter, how he wanted people to work 12-hour days.
Done anything awful. I've only done productive things. So I think we just have a deranged. There's some kind of mental illness thing going on here because this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
and I think there are larger forces at work as well. I mean, I don't know who's funding it and who's coordinating it because this is crazy. I've never seen anything like this.
Tell you what, it's always the people who have the most who somehow view themselves as the biggest victims.
Right.
Here, Elon Musk is blaming half the country for the fact that a random person reportedly set Teslas on fire in Las Vegas. Now, a few things here. First, Elon says that it's shocking that there's this level of violence and hatred from the left. Again, it wasn't the left that set these Teslas on fire in Vegas. It was reportedly one person. but I do find it curious that suddenly violence is considered bad again for the Republican Party, a position that was conveniently discarded when a bunch of Trump supporters were bashing in windows to the U.S. Capitol and bludgeoning police officers on January 6th.
Yes, that was acceptable.
All incited by the guy who Elon Musk himself spent $250 million electing.
DDOT says you won't have time to do anything because you will be. Yes, okay. Yeah.
To the presidency. So perhaps he would have a little more success in pretending that he dislikes violence if he didn't tie his fortunes to the biggest instigator of it. And then Elon says, I thought that the left was supposed to be the party of empathy and caring. Let me ask you all, do you realize why the left?
Now, just so you guys know, I'm not trying to push any political agenda here, but what I am talking about is the fact that people are effing tired of these Tesla owners. And I think a lot of it has to do with what it represents and who is the CEO of Tesla.
Party of empathy and caring dislikes Elon Musk. It's because his first act as shadow president was to block the very first spending bill in December, and the new bill that replaced it literally no longer included funding for childhood cancer research. Unsurprisingly, Musk opted not to rail against that bill. It's that his next act was to dismantle USAID, which for only 0.5% of the budget delivers food and clean water to the impoverished and does HIV prevention work where it's needed most. It's because his next act was to gut the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which exists solely to help Americans recover money from predatory financial institutions that have defrauded them. It's because his administration is demanding $880 billion in cuts to Medicaid and $230 billion in cuts to food stamps, which are final lifelines for these people who need it most. It's because veterans are getting fired by the thousands. It's because education funding is being slashed, healthcare is being cut, climate...
Clearly, Elon cannot read the room. I mean, all of these things that he's listing, sir, would you not think that people want to destroy and vandalize your company and your cars?
Are being cut, and yet Musk himself is somehow benefiting more and more and more from these government contracts. So when Musk wonders why the party of empathy and caring doesn't like him, it is precisely because they are the party of empathy and caring. In fact, Musk goes on to say that he's never done anything harmful, he's only been productive. Now, I truly don't know whether he is being ignorant or lying, but either way, the delusion is beyond apparent. Since he's taken over, he has acted in such a way that would give him, almost unilaterally, more political and financial advantage by eliminating all regulations that would rein him and his companies in. For example, the FAA had several open investigations into Tesla, and the FAA had recently ordered SpaceX to carry out a formal investigation into the loss of a Starship vehicle during a test flight, and previously ordered over $630,000 in civil penalties.
If you think about it, Tesla now has these makeshift homes, like these little studio homes that are like $7,000. They're portable homes. They have a satellite. I don't know if it's the right terminology, where you have your internet, your power access, a Starlink or something like that. I might be calling it wrong. Now they got the social media with the X, formerly Twitter. It's just like they go into space. Like Tesla, well, Elon and all of his ventures, and he's in the White House now. Like, this man is literally taking over the country. Really, he is.
SpaceX. And now all of that goes away. But sure, he's never done anything harmful, only productive. I've gone through this list before, so I apologize if you've heard it, but it is 100% worth repeating. At USAID, which again, our first target of Doge, the Inspector General had already initiated a probe into Starlink's satellite terminals in the Russia-Ukraine war. That Inspector General was fired and the investigation shut down. But again, Elon's never done anything harmful, only productive. Or how about the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau? Consumers submitted over 300 complaints about Tesla to the CFPB, and yet Trump fired CFPB Director Rohit Chhabra and installed Project 2025 architect Russ Vogt as the Bureau's acting director.
Okay, so I'm not going to go through everything on this video. I'm going to end it there because the main point was just Tesla and everything that's going on with the Teslas. And here's another one. This is crazy. This is really crazy, you guys.
And set on fire in Las Vegas. Attorney General Pam Bondi calls the attacks nothing short of domestic terrorism. There have been attacks on Elon Musk's.
Oh yeah, so if you vandalize a Tesla or one of the dealerships, which I agree with that, it's being considered a terroristic act.
Tesla dealerships across the country, President Trump makes clear who he blames.
Do you consider this an act of domestic terrorism?
I think so.
Why?
I think that if and when they catch the people, and I hope they do, the good thing is they have a lot of cameras in those places, and they've caught some already having to do with that. I think that you will find out that they're paid by people that are very highly political on the left.
Right. He didn't provide any evidence of that. Let's get ready to CNN's Josh Campbell for the latest.
The FBI and local police are investigating yet another act of vandalism at a Tesla facility, this time in Las Vegas. Police responded to 911 calls early Tuesday morning, reporting gunshots and flames at the Tesla repair center. Upon arrival, they found multiple cars set on fire.
This was a targeted attack against a Tesla facility. We believe the suspect approached the business wearing all black clothing, and he used what appear to be Molotov cocktails and a firearm to conduct his attack.
Authorities say the word resist was spray painted on the building.
This is crazy because a lot of people now, I mean, they're attacking. And can you guys please get the likes up? Please hit the like button, y'all. The thing about it is a lot of people are starting to be fearful of driving because they're being cut off on the freeways. People are vandalizing the cars. They're setting them on fire. So driving a Tesla is not, and mainly at this point, it's the ones that are being targeted the most statistically are the Cybertrucks.
That there's any further threat to the general public. However, as a precaution, like we do on many of these types of incidents, we've increased our police presence, in particular at Tesla locations.
While police say they believe this was an isolated incident, it does follow multiple other acts of vandalism at Tesla dealers.
Wow, look at
Including
that.
places like Kansas City, Missouri, the Chicago area, and Southern California. Tesla founder Elon Musk took to X, calling this an act of terrorism. Now, authorities say multiple personnel from the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force are conducting an investigation in order to identify the suspect and a motive.
Violent acts like this are unacceptable, regardless of where they occur. And specifically to those who might think that something like this is justifiable or potentially even admirable, we want to let you know it's a federal crime. We will come after you, we will find you, and prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law.
Now, one aspect of Tesla products that could assist the FBI in this investigation is the fact that many of the company's vehicles.
You guys, another thing that's interesting to me is the fact that Tesla and Elon Musk, that he was hacked. You would think if this man is sending people into space, that he would have a better security and cyber defense, right? Like you would think that he would have the best security team, and that his stuff would be almost impenetrable. I mean, he's working in the White House. You have like so much information. It's almost a national security threat if you are able to be hacked, Mr. Elon Musk. That's weird.
With video camera technology that could be used to identify the suspect. Authorities say they are currently working with Tesla in order to help exploit any footage that may have been captured of the attack.
Oh,
Josh
wow.
Campbell, CNN, Los Angeles.
Okay.
All right, our thanks to Josh Campbell. CNN legal analyst and criminal defense attorney Joey Jackson is joining me now. We want to talk about some of these issues. What do you first of all make of the way that...
D-Dot says, obviously not. Wait a minute though, D-Dot. You are over Doge. You're pretty much trying to act as if the second hand to the president, but you're getting hacked. I mean, the company that I work for, because I'm in cyber, like, I mean, we have like a zero... I mean, of course, people are always trying to attack the, company, but we have to have like a zero tolerance and ability for people to get into the network. So I'm confused. The level of national security that they have access to, and you're being hacked, that's very weird, right? That's very weird. You shouldn't be in the White House if you can't keep from getting doxxed.
Handling this situation.
Sarah, good morning to you.
Good morning. I always forget to say good morning, and you always embarrass me, Joey.
It is
and
all
say
good.
Good morning to me,
It is
but
all
it's all
good. So here's the point, though, right? I don't think violence should be politicized at all.
Yeah.
And
No.
when we talk about issues of vandalism, there's a distinction between vandalism because people are having fun and doing maybe not so smart things.
Sounds like you're familiar with
And
that from
yes,
your young
my
days.
days in the books. But the reality is that when we're talking about here, about that vandalism being really tethered, connected, related to a broader message, it's disturbing. And we have to be very, clear when we talk about this, because just as this involves Elon Musk, who's doing some things that many people find repulsive. What is his title, by the way? Who knows? We know he has a lot of power. There could be other instances, right? White supremacists or others who engage in acts that are untoward, inappropriate, illegal, that present other problems. So,
Hey, Eccentric Healing, welcome to the chat. Please hit that like button if you're just coming in. And you guys, please go follow Eccentric Healing. Let me get your name back up here. Go follow Eccentric Healing. He has a YouTube channel, and you guys, I don't know if you were here, but we went to his channel, and he was a person who predicted Angie Stone was going to be in a car accident. I can't remember if he predicted the death, but y'all, he did a reading, and it came to pass. So y'all go follow him, get your readings, and I need a reading too, Eccentric Healing. I need a positive reading.
in talking about this,
Elon is, but you know what? I have more video. Oh, okay. I'll go check you out after this. D-Dot, the thing about Elon is apparently, I'm just starting to do my research on him. Like, I know that his dad, like, he comes from money, but the thing that is really good about him is he's able to use other people's money to fund his ventures, right? Okay. I will book with you.
Very clear, not making it a political issue, but sticking to the facts, the law, and whatever that nets out, the Department of Justice should pursue.
Speaking of which, the AG is calling this domestic terrorism. You mentioned the fact that if it is politically based, in other words, you're doing it because of a political message. So when you look at this scenario, could she actually go after anyone who is caught burning up a Tesla?
So I don't think anyone who's caught burning up a Tesla, but I think when you have this type of approach, where it seems to be that Teslas are on fire, they're blowing up, there's signs that say, defy or what have you, it presents a problem. Every case, Sarah, is a fact-by-fact inquiry, depending upon the facts, the circumstances, the nature of the offense. But when you have wholesale destruction, no matter what you think about Elon Musk, whether you're a fan or not a fan, the issue is, are you, in terms of domestic terrorism, let's define it, are you doing through an act of destruction or violence something that is designed to intimidate or influence people, the civilian population?
Well, of course.
And that's pretty troubling.
Let's start with Elon Musk. There's been all kinds of vandalism against Teslas and Tesla dealerships all over the country. Las Vegas, Kansas City, Encinitas, Buffalo Grove, Littleton, Mass. I grew up right next to Littleton, Mass. Loveland, Colorado, Tiger, North.
I'm just curious, anybody in the chat on a Tesla? And if you do, no judgment here, but do you feel any kind of way when you're out driving? Are you afraid? Are you scared?
All over the place. Musk was asked about all of this on television tonight. Listen to what he said.
I always thought the left, or the Democrats, were supposed to be the party of empathy, the party of caring, and yet they're burning down cars, they're firebombing dealerships, they're firing bullets into dealerships. I think we just have a deranged. There's some kind of mental illness thing going on here. I think there are larger forces at work as well. I don't know who's funding it and who's coordinating it, because this is crazy.
Actually, I'm sure he's got lots of evidence for that.
Look, I will be consistent on this. I don't think vandalism, I don't think violence is what you do to make your point. I've said that around January 6th. I've said it around protests, and I'll say it here. Do I agree what Elon Musk is doing with Doge? No. But what I would encourage people, and I don't even know if the folks who are doing the vandalism are actual Democrats or Republicans, but they're people who want to destroy our democracy as well. This is what I will tell folks. In moments like this, if you are so enraged that you want to act on something, you have a representative, you have a senator in Congress that doesn't have to be there any longer. You should go tell them that you are disgusted, to Sir Michael's point, that you don't like that they are not taking their congressional responsibility to heart and challenging the president and say, let us pass this law, let us repeal back this funding. But taking it with vandalism, don't agree with it, don't associate it with it. It shouldn't be a part of the Democratic.
Agreed. I mean, nobody wants to see violence and vandalism because innocent people could be hurt. As a matter of fact, there was a incident where they actually fired a gun into a Tesla dealership. I don't think anybody was injured, but that's just craziness.
Brand, it shouldn't be part of a Republican brand. It's not an American brand.
So doubtful it's Republicans attacking Tesla dealerships around the country. It's pretty wild, actually. The other night, Donald Trump said these are domestic terrorists. Everybody laughed about it and scoffed at it. That video looks like terrorism to me. I mean, it's obviously an organized, coordinated effort, however people are communicating with each other, to do this to people around.
So it's happened in Seattle, Kansas City, Buffalo Grove, Las Vegas, and Loveland. Like, it's happening all over. People are really destroying these Teslas.
Chose to buy a Tesla at some point in the past, many of whom I'm sure were Democrats who bought them in the first place, all because their entire political worldview is ruled by their emotions.
Absolutely agree with you, D-Dot. You shouldn't put other people's lives in danger. Like, there's a better way. You don't have to like it. I mean, you might could give the person a finger or something or whatever, but yeah, using fire and shooting at people, that's crazy. That is just insane.
And that's the American left right now. It is one angry mob after another willing to take things into their own hands, up to and including keying, firebombing, and otherwise vandalizing cars.
I mean, but they stormed the White House. I mean, what's the difference?
Cars and car dealerships and charging stations. It's outrageous. It is terrorism. People ought to be put in jail and left there for a very long time and be taught a lesson.
So when they do it to a Tesla dealership, it's really bad. But when they do it to the halls of Congress, we should pardon them. Is that your position?
No, I've never. I don't
Are
support,
we okay with the January 6th pardons?
I know you haven't been around for a while, so let me educate you about my position about January the 6th.
I'm so sorry.
Let me educate you.
You don't need to patronize me.
You don't need to. You don't need to be condescending to me. So let me educate you about my position.
Whoa. Getting a little heated.
Let's do this January 6th.
I'm just asking you a question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're getting emotional.
Yeah, I'm sorry you're a condescending person who hasn't been paying attention to what I do.
Okay.
Stop, guys. So here's the issue. I didn't.
He's like, okay, stop, guys.
Support what happened on January the 6th. I was one of the first Republicans to call it out. I don't support the pardons. I have repeatedly, just like my friend Ashley here, said that no violence in our political system is acceptable. But this right here, what's going on with a guy who helps our country, who runs successful companies, who doesn't have to be doing this, and now one of his companies is under systematic terroristic.
Well, if he doesn't have to be doing it, it looks like a lot of people aren't happy with what he's doing. Maybe he shouldn't be doing it.
Threat and violence all over the country, and people seem to be laughing about it or fine with it. It's outrageous. I've sat at this table and had people say, we should cut Elon Musk from the government totally. He rescued our astronauts today. Is that what we want? The treatment of this guy is outrageous. These people who are doing this need to be.
They want him to go back to Africa, sir.
That's my point.
Anyone who commits violence against Tesla or Congress or anyone else should be put in jail, 1,000%. But that should not stifle dissent or opposition from Elon Musk.
Give it a little lip service. Give it a little both sides. Go ahead.
We're both sides here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to say that people are legitimately upset at Elon Musk, and they're doing it on their own, but there is no reason to have violence in the country. But I just wish all of us would support criticism of, or would support punishing people who are violent wherever they are.
For what I understand, the Teslas will fall apart if you just leave them alone anyway.
Yeah.
There's nothing really anybody really needs to do about it. Just drive them enough. Eventually, the things will start to just like.
I do think.
Aside from what I've read, allegedly.
One thing that.
No, people are saying that the Cybertrucks aren't made very well. Like, to be spending $100,000, I just saw a video earlier because I really wanted to understand what the complaints were. They're saying they were poorly. I mean, there's some great things about it. I mean, they're stealth and everything, but people were showing just different aspects of it where they're kind of poorly made.
And I don't actually think anybody was both siding this, is I think one of the ways to actually move past this is not to be, I don't know who these people are. I don't associate with them as Democrats. They're wrong. I don't know who the January 6th people were. you don't associate with them as Republicans. They're wrong.
Right.
And that is the fact. That is it. We don't. Right is right, and wrong is wrong. And I think when we try to over politicize things, that's when tensions get high, and that's where we are in this country. Both sides feel unseen, unheard, and they're taking violence to express themselves, and that's not what we should be about.
Yep, that's agreed. So you guys, please, let's get the likes up. If you guys don't mind, let's get the likes up. So, you know, this is a Tesla evening, so we are delving into information and videos about Tesla. So hopefully you guys are, have some thoughts about it or care even.
This hour, and this has to do with these Tesla attacks that we have been seeing in recent weeks. We now are learning that Attorney General Pam Bondi has announced charges against 3 people in domestic terrorism attacks on Teslas. 3 people accused.
So they actually did arrest 3 people, and they were charged with the domestic terrorism charges. So this is the video that we're watching right now. Please, you guys, let's get the likes up. Come on now.
Of destroying Tesla cars and charging
Look at
stations
that
are now
fire.
facing up to 20 years in prison for domestic terrorism.
Wow.
U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi announced just moments ago. She said in a statement as well, the days of committing crime without consequence have ended. Let this be a warning. If you join this wave of domestic terrorism against Tesla properties, the Department of Justice will put you behind bars. And we've been seeing videos.
You probably get stiffer penalties and charges and more jail and more prison time blowing up a Tesla than you would committing an unalivement. I promise you. I bet you.
Like this for the last couple of weeks. This video coming out of Las Vegas earlier this week as well. The defendants are accused of using high-powered weapons and explosives to destroy property from the Elon Musk-owned car company. One allegedly carried a suppressed AR-15 rifle while lobbying 8 Molotov.
You think so, D-Dot? You think that it's like hired? They're calling them terrorists, but so you think it's some group that's been hired to go and destroy it, or do you think it's just some crazy nuts? I mean, because no matter what you think about Elon or Teslas and all of that, this is pretty extreme. This is pretty extreme.
At an Oregon Tesla dealership, while another is accused of trying to light Tesla cars on fire with these same explosives in Colorado. And then this is just some of the aftermath of some other video from Las Vegas as well, showing explosions that were happening earlier in the week here. And you can see those.
And you guys, you know what? Another thing is, I mean, I don't have a Tesla, and I ain't gonna lie. A few years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I was like considering it because it was like a big deal out here. But now the Tesla prices are dropping, like the used Teslas and everything. Like people, they're not even able to sell them at the rate that they used to be able to.
That were caught up in the flames. We've also been seeing on social media where there is reports of Tesla cars being keyed and videos of that being put out as well. But again, Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, putting this out there against 3 people caught up in these domestic terrorism charges on these latest Tesla attacks. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that for you here. I'm live now from Fox. We're coming up on a new hour in just moments. Do want to show you how the Dow Jones is.
Yeah, so basically, another thing that they've been saying is that before you could hardly get a Tesla. I mean, well, you could get a Tesla, but they were so pricey. The Cybertruck's $100,000. There was a waiting list. You can get a used Tesla now. Like they're having a hard time even just like getting people to buy them. People are so afraid. Like people are scared to buy them. Like the prices are really coming down. I mean, I don't want one now, so I don't care.
Then realizing it was likely all due to the type of car you drive in the current political climate. It's happening so frequently, the FBI issuing an alert today. Incidents have been reported in at least 9 states, including right here in Texas and right here in Houston. Only KPRC2's.
Now, you know it's bad when the FBI issues a warning. It's a lot of things that happen that we don't even hear of unless it's something that's on a broad scale, right? Where they think people need to be the general public or something. But listen, for the FBI to warn people of rising Tesla vandalism, the FBI, you guys know it's getting bad. Come on, you guys, let's get those likes up, please.
Speaking with the woman whose Tesla was targeted in Tanglewood.
That's right. Well, Teslas have cameras here and right here. But these cameras are not stopping people across the country from vandalizing these type of vehicles. So much so that the FBI has started to investigate. They found websites where people are putting the information of Tesla owners to be made available to people who want to do these type of planned attacks. Now the FBI has issued a warning for anyone who drives this type of vehicle.
So there's a website where they're posting people's information if you drive a Tesla? Oh my God, this is crazy.
It could be next.
Oh
Do
my
you feel safe continuing to drive your car?
I don't. That's why I asked for my identity to be kept hidden, because I don't feel safe.
On February 13th, this Houston woman returned to her car after getting groceries at a Whole Foods to a security notification. While watching this video recorded by her Tesla, she sees a man walk over to her car, key it, get back into his truck, and leave. After checking,
ain't that some ish, y'all? Listen, I haven't had a car keyed in, I don't know, people walking by and keying people's cars. Listen, where I am from, in this area, this urban area, if somebody catch you doing some ish like that, I mean, it's over. Like, people are crazy enough to just be walking about scratching up cars. I remember hearing stuff like that in high school. I can't imagine grown adults doing this. This is nuts.
she decides to look at previous video recorded by her car. She realizes that the man in the truck followed her from the interstate into the grocery store parking lot.
Oh my God.
She then called the police and filed an incident report. A warning from the FBI to the public asking people to be aware of planned attacks on Teslas comes after multiple facilities have been targeted in recent months. These attacks include people setting fire to chargers, vehicles, and vandalizing Teslas and Tesla showrooms. FBI.
This is serious, you guys. These people are they're scraping up the cars. They're setting the dealerships on fire. They are targeting individual drivers. I mean, and they're setting those, the charging stations up. I just saw this. I didn't know they were setting those on fire too.
Say the attacks are a response to Tesla CEO Elon Musk's involvement with Doge and the department's efforts to shrink the federal government.
Well, I view these people as terrorists just like others. When I looked at those showrooms burning and those cars, not one or two, like 7, 8, 10 burning, exploding all over the place. These are terrorists.
It's very alarming, and it's something that when I hear news reports, I always think, oh, that's in other parts of the country. You don't think of that happening in Texas.
Coming up at 10 p.m., I'll have more on the federal investigation into the attacks on Tesla vehicles. Reporting for KPRC and Channel 2, I'm Joy Addison.
You guys, I asked you, I said, is there anybody out there who owns a Tesla? But dang, like, if you are a Tesla owner, you better be careful, because it seemed like they out to get you guys. That's crazy. It's not safe. But anyway, so we're done with the Tesla stuff. Basically, if you own a Tesla, be careful. If you've ever wanted to own one, now is the best time. If you want Tesla stock, it's going down. It's the best time to get it if you want it now. And this is crazy because I just got a message, something about a YouTube MP3 converter. Anyway, some weird message. So now, you guys, we're going to talk about another trending topic, y'all. This is the fun stuff, the stuff that I really get into. Beyonce and Jay-Z, and this whole thing about the divorce. Her ticket sales are down. This Carter drama. D-Dot says, what? That's crazy. Facts. So now we're going to get into the fun stuff, y'all. Yes, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. So you guys know I'm on the fence in terms of being a Beyonce fan. You know, I like her, but I'm not part of the Beehive. So, and I really don't care that much. I think she's a hard worker. I like her music, but I'm just not that into it. But anyway, if you guys watch the Messy Sweet Spot, She did a video today reacting to somebody else's video, but I'm going to react to her video where she talks about there's a blind item where they're saying Beyonce just wants to leave and be done with it all. Now, I personally believe it could be true because Jay-Z has put this woman through so much. With all of her accolades, with all of the stuff that she works for, this man has publicly, I don't care with the fact that that lawsuit, has been dismissed. This man, his name is attached to so much nonsense. It's embarrassing. And I can understand Beyonce feeling like she's worked so hard for her image to have it all tossed away with his shenanigans. So anyway, y'all, let's listen to Gigi talk about Beyonce, this blind item that she wants to leave her marriage. I believe it.
Video about Beyonce escaping Jay-Z.
Yes.
Listen to this, you guys. Make sure you comment. I want to know what you guys think about this, okay?
Okay, you guys, so a blind item is being put out about Beyonce, and it goes very deep. It talks about
what? Come on now.
How she's depressed, how she's tired of doing music, but the people around her are forcing her to continue to perform and make that money. Now, it's also alleging that that's the reason why we have.
Now, let me just say this. When they say that the people around her are forcing her to make that money, I believe that's true. There's so many contractual obligations and things that she has to do as part of her management, part of her record deals that, yeah, you don't get to just quit when you want to. I remember Cardi B talking about it. Like, if you don't feel good, if you don't feel like performing, they're like, get your ass up there, take whatever you need to take and do what you got to do.
Beyonce going so hard lately because she's getting ready to allegedly make her escape. Now, we noticed that Beyonce has been going in overdrive. I mean, it's tour after tour, album after album. Now, since 2022, we have gotten 2 albums from Beyonce and 2 tours. And if all goes as planned, we will get another album next year and another tour the year after that. So that's 3.
And you guys think about it. Beyonce's age, she's in her 40s. How many albums? 2 or 3 albums? Cardi B ain't made an album in 5-6 years. Beyonce has children. This man has just run her ragged with the cheating. That is a lot. All of these business ventures, come on. You would wonder, like, it's almost like if you think about Angie Stone, like people saying Angie was at the age where she wanted to retire. Y'all don't think Beyonce is tired of all this touring?
Albums and 3 tours within 5 years. Y'all, that's a lot. Now, not to mention, Beyonce dropped her perfume, her hair care line, and her whiskey line all within 8 months of each other. Now, she came out with her perfume line in November of 2023, her hair care line in February of 2024, and her whiskey line in August of 2024. Y'all, that's a lot.
Now, her whiskey, has anybody tried her whiskey? I haven't tried the hair products. I haven't tried the whiskey. Now, I have tried her perfume. Her perfumes are pretty nice, but she's done a lot.
I want y'all to listen to what this blind item is saying as to why she's been working so hard and moving so funny. Now, we are reading, so y'all get your popcorn. Okay, so it says industry insiders have been whispering about this for a while. If you're wondering why her bodyguard chased after her at that big award show recently, it's because Stinger, it says Stinger, but I'm gonna.
What? That was weird. Okay, you guys, I don't know what happened.
Connection between Queen Bee and Diddy during this pivotal moment.
Physically, emotionally, she's been doing this for decades, and she just wants to relax, rest, and find. She's questioning her finances.
Okay, you guys, I'm going back. That was a little glitch.
And has thoughts. After her at that big award show recently, it's because Stinger, it says Stinger, but I'm going to say Singer, okay, has threatened to flee the country multiple times. She's done with the control.
Okay, so what Dida says, no, the Jay-Z liquor is good. Oh, really? I haven't tried it. I was just going to buy something just for the sake of doing it, but I might get something eventually. But you guys, when she's talking about the bodyguard, that's her bodyguard that ran after her when she was on stage, apparently. I don't know if you guys saw that when she was getting ready to go get her award, Jay-Z kind of motioned and told him to follow her. Well, I feel like that's kind of crazy that people would think that just if in the middle of an award show, she's going to escape. Like, where are you going to run to? You know what I'm saying? So that part of this blind item is kind of weird to me.
And the handlers who make every decision for her. They're afraid she'll leave without notice, and they're right to be. Singer suffers from depression and has S thoughts. Her team sees her as a danger to herself, but what they're really afraid of is losing their cash cow. They've kept her under control for years, but they won't be able to much longer.
Now that's crazy. I mean, I don't know. I know Beyonce talked a little bit about being a little bit depressed in one of her videos that she did, one of her little docu-series things. But also there have been rumors, and you guys remember Uncle Ron has said that Jay-Z was keeping her with the pharmaceuticals. So, I mean, you just never know. And let's think about it like this. And, you know, these are all allegations. Who knows? Fair use, entertainment purposes. But think about it, you guys. Him and Diddy were so close for years. Now, Diddy kept Cassie allegedly doped up, right? On them drugs. So what would be the difference? Why wouldn't Jay-Z do it to Beyonce? I mean, I'm just saying, it's not like it couldn't happen. I mean, let's just keep it real. Please get the likes up, you guys.
Of rebelling, she's fed up with her mother's control, and she's tired of her husband's influence. She's questioning her finances and demanding an audit.
Lulu says, "Where's Uncle Ron?" Lulu, you didn't hear Uncle Ron? He passed.
Here's the truth. She
doesn't. He has
want to work like this anymore.
Hold on, let me stop this.
Or Singer is exhausted.
He has passed, and they're saying
mentally.
I don't know what's going on. Let me play. Uncle Ron has passed, and people believe foul play.
Physically, emotionally, she's been doing this for decades.
What?
And she just wants to relax, rest, and finally live her life on her own terms. But her team and family won't let her. She didn't even want to do this tour, but she's doing it for two reasons: to reach a specific financial goal that will let her escape for good, and because her family and label are pushing her.
So D-Dot says, you guys, I'm sorry, I don't know
still can.
What's going on with this.
This is
okay. So
why the tickets were so expensive.
I don't know, something's wrong with my play button, but
yes,
like D-Dot,
this is why she's suddenly diversifying her business moves. Yes, this is why she's quietly buying property outside the U.S. Lawsuits are coming. Her finances aren't adding up. She's been spending more than she's making, and she's terrified of being trapped in this cycle forever. She just wants peace. She wants to slow down, step back, and not have to grind anymore.
Exactly.
But the people around her won't let her stop working. But here's the real tea. She knows
because they said
what happened to her.
D-Dot was saying Uncle Ron was taken out because he was saying too much. And that's what they're saying. Like, it's weird that he all of a sudden, you know, dies or some mysterious after he started speaking out about Beyonce.
She wants to slow down, step back, and not have to grind anymore. But the people around her won't let her stop working. But here's the real tea. She knows what happened to her idol when he tried to break free. Now, I'm assuming she's talking about Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
She's afraid of the same fate. That's why she's quietly making moves, setting up her escape, and ensuring that when she finally disappears, she won't be forced to come back. I'm just saying, if she suddenly cancels shows or starts spending more time overseas, just know it's not just for fun. Believe what you want, but when it all comes out, remember this post. That's a lot, but this is how some people are responding. Some are buying it and some are not. One person said, tickets were expensive because tickets are expensive. They were expensive last time too. Exactly. The Carters are always thinking of generational wealth. Jay has always rapped about it. They want to set their bloodline up where they never have to work. I hope she doesn't feel trapped financially. If it's who everyone is thinking, she'll have people willing to support her. Like Tina Turner had financial backing when she left Ike. Everything she's been doing lately makes sense once you know the truth. I'm industry adjacent, many friends in the business, and people talk. It's really as simple as that. Now, do I believe it? I don't know, y'all. I'm 50-50, but I have seen some crazy blind items that I didn't believe end up being true. So I don't really know how to take this. Now, it was rumors going around that the reason Beyonce has been working so hard is because she plans on or wants to leave her husband. But that is also just speculation. So we really never know what's really going on in the world of these celebrities, especially when they're high up like Beyonce. But I'm asking you guys, do you believe it? Do you think Beyonce is tired? Do you think she's being forced to work? Do you think she's looking for her out? Y'all let me know what you think about this entire situation. But moving on.
I remember being like, oh, that's weird. All of Beyonce's posts from Diddy's party are fucking gone, and any evidence of her being there are fucking gone.
You want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim make.
Recently, shocking revelations have come to light about some of the biggest names in the industry. Names like Diddy, Jay-Z, Floyd Mayweather, Young Miami, and yes, even Beyonce. With Diddy.
So D-Dot was saying that,
you know, many of you
guys,
struggled.
I don't know what is going on with my laptop. D-Dot had mentioned that, George Foreman passed, and yes, he did.
Connection between Queen Bee.
And that was pretty sad. So D-Dot says George Foreman passed away also. Let me see. Okay, D-Dot, I accidentally deleted your message. I was trying to hit the screen because this system is just acting crazy. But anyway, you guys, let me keep on.
During this pivotal moment in his court case.
Okay, and this is a 2013 blind item that was brought back again on March 4th about Beyonce, Jay-Z, Diddy, Kelly Rowland. In 2013,
what is
Queen Bee and her husband attended a New Year's Eve party in Miami, which was being thrown by Mr. Freakoff. No one who was there has ever forgotten that night because she spent the entire night in the pool dazzling into space. Her best friend, who recently starred in the Netflix movie, called for help, but she was ignored. It's like she was in a trance. By the way, so this is Beyonce and Jay-Z party into 2014 at Diddy's New Year's Eve batch. So you can Google that, Diddy's 2013, New Year's Eve batch, obviously bringing in 2014. And you can see in the articles how they had had linked Beyonce's Instagram account, and all her posts from this 2013 party were removed when I initially reported on this blind item from my main account at the beginning of March. What? I just find that interesting. Do you guys see how all of these chips were kind of falling? This is why I'm also so pissed my main's not here anymore, because I had captured this all in real time. And I remember being like, oh, that's weird. All of Beyonce's posts from Diddy's party are fucking gone, and any evidence of her being there are fucking gone.
The TikToker didn't stop there. They also mentioned that other huge names like Floyd Mayweather and Young Miami were at the same party. Is there something going on behind the scenes? Something that these stars are trying to hide?
Because my main account is banned where all of my Diddy blind items from this month are, I'm just going to do all the March 2024 Diddy blind items so we can see the lead up to this. Starting off March 1st, and this is Little Rod, Rodney Jones, Sean Diddy Combs, and this is the male victim that came forward. It's pretty easy to tell that whoever wrote the recent lawsuit against the wannabe rapper / producer reads this website on a pretty regular basis. They even use some of the same clues in their blind items. And I said before, and I'm saying again, no, that's because the blind item has been recording crimes. They've been reported to them instead of the police for the past fucking 20 years. And they just corroborate the actual little crimes that, 3 homes got raided for today because of. Okay, this next one's also from March 1st. Whoa. They call Diddy Mr. Freakoff. Mr. Freakoff isn't the only one who asked for straight men to be delivered to his hotel room when he is in London. Just ask the Unlocked blogger, and that's Jason Lee, and the weather boxer, Floyd Mayweather. This British rapper, and that's Giggs, and the socialite with the star in his name target dealers who want the extra cash who are...
Wait a minute. Okay, you guys. Now, these are blind items. Now, I know Jason Lee and Floyd are friends, but now she seems like she's...
Trying to be discreet.
Yeah, I can't even pause it without it going crazy.
Before the lawsuits, Beyonce multiple times.
Get back to this
She's
lady.
done with the control.
The dark side of
bringing in 2014. And you can see in the articles how they had included, like had linked Beyonce's Instagram account, and all of her posts from this 2013 party were removed when I initially reported on this blind item from my main account at the beginning of March. I just find that interesting. Do you guys see how like all of these chips were kind of falling? This is why I'm also so pissed my main's not here anymore, because I had captured this all in real time. And I remember being like, oh, that's weird. All of Beyonce's posts from Diddy's party are fucking gone, and any evidence of her being there are fucking gone.
The TikToker didn't stop there. They also mentioned that other huge names like Floyd Mayweather and Young Miami were at the same party. Is there something going on behind the scenes? Something that these stars are trying to hide?
Because my main account is banned, where all of my Diddy blind items from this month are, I'm just going to do all the March 2024 Diddy blind items so we can see the lead up to this. Starting off March 1st, and this is Little Rodney Jones, Sean Diddy Combs, and this is the male victim that came forward. It's pretty easy to tell that whoever wrote the recent lawsuit against the wannabe rapper / producer reads this website on a pretty regular basis. They even use some of the same clues in their blind items. And I said before, and I'm saying again, no, that's because the blind item has been recording crimes that have been reported to them instead of the police for the past fucking 20 years. And they just corroborate the actual little crimes that, 3 homes got raided for today because of. Okay, this next one's also from March 1st. They call Diddy Mr. Freakoff. Mr. Freakoff isn't the only one who asked for straight men to be delivered to his hotel room when he is in London. Just ask the Unlocked blogger, and that's Jason Lee, and the weather boxer, Floyd Mayweather. This British rapper, and that's Giggs, and the socialite with the star in his name target dealers who want the extra cash, who are sure to be discreet because they have girlfriends. This is why the powerful rapper, and that's 50, is always mocking them, and why they're too afraid to say anything back. He's seen the videos.
Oh my gosh.
This is TD Jakes and Mr. Freakoff. Those closest to the televangelist warned him about being associated with Mr. Freakoff, but he did not listen. Some of the men who claim to have stories about his private life have given him the name General High Booty. Oh. So Mr. Freakoff is Diddy, General High Booty is TD Jakes. I'm sure you can do the math on how
she
that
got all the tea.
There, that nickname. Sorry, guys, I'm flustered right now. Fucking, this is huge. Young Miami, the girlfriend of the wannabe rapper, who was also named in a very recent lawsuit, has started selling off all of her possessions online. This is from March 4th.
Yeah, no.
It sounds like the wannabe rapper cut her off financially. So Diddy
yes,
his
D
girlfriend
dot
off,
yes,
girlfriend Young Miami off on March 4th.
Young Miami has been selling her
almost exactly
things.
20
That's
days
a
later.
fact.
That's him. Like I said, he was offloading all of his assets into offshore bank accounts, and with his mommy and with his kids. He didn't have any more cash in his bank accounts for Young Miami to get. They were all in the Caymans.
The plot thickens when we bring up Ali Carter, a figure who has come forward with disturbing accusations. According to Carter, major celebrities like Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Diddy are involved in an alarming network of abuse. These allegations are nothing short of horrifying, and if true, they paint an entirely different picture of the music industry.
I don't know what happened. I was down there for a while. There's certain people that you don't talk about because you just don't. There were certain people that I seen down there, from Beyonce, Jay-Z. You don't tell on P. Diddy, but P. Diddy.
You guys, that's Ali Carter, the one who talked about the underground.
You said you
tunnels
don't
in
tell
Los
on these
Angeles.
people. Is that like a code that all victims adhere to? They don't talk about this stuff.
Yes, you don't, because nobody's gonna believe you. You're nothing to them. You don't count. You're just a toy. You're not essential, as they call them. You're expendable. And as a child in that situation, I wasn't the type of person that was fighting all the time, because I started to learn.
Next, we turn to another voice of dissent, Jaguar Wright.
D-Dot, there's
known
your
for
girl,
exposing
Jaguar
some of
Wright.
the music industry's most guarded secrets. She claimed that Jay-Z, Beyonce's husband, was just as bad as Diddy. According to her, both men are monsters with dark histories of manipulation and control.
You've been called a whistleblower. You knew Sean Diddy Combs for a long time. You attended a number of his infamous parties.
Disclaimer.
And in 2022, you made
Piers
headlines
Morgan
on
had to take
comments
this down, you
when you
guys.
called him a sex trafficker. And in response, you were called crazy and jealous. Do you feel vindicated by the events of the last few weeks?
No, not at all. Because
Did I say the
he's
she
just
devil?
beginning. Until him and his cohorts are all held to account publicly and legally, the victims, they're not safe.
How bad was
That's what I care about. I care about the victim.
No, I understand.
Oh, wow.
How bad was it, do you think, what was going on?
I'm going to tell you right now that me, as a woman who has been in the industry for over 30 years, I've been performing live since I was 13. My first handler was McKinley Horton.
Who was that?
I come to find out 25 years later that a scar that was on his face with a very elaborate story he gave me was put there by a woman who he assaulted.
Oh.
To
wow.
live through these things and hear your elders in the business, people like Patti LaBelle say, just avoid him, honey.
Now, she don't have to bring Patty in this. Come on now,
being taught
Jag.
to be a just avoid him, honey. It's not
Girl.
good enough. Not when you live through these things, you're still suffering the PTSD created by all of this, and you're talking to a victim that's 20 years younger than you, and she's telling you the exact same thing that happened to you.
So
you want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
As Diddy faces serious charges of racketeering, his relationship with Jay-Z has come under even greater scrutiny. The two have been known to be close for years, with Jay-Z attending many of Diddy's notorious parties.
It's 2020, y'all. And it's different than when it was.
You guys, I can't pause it. I need to pause it, but I'm having technical difficulties. So we just kind of got to let it play.
In fact, their friendship is so deep that people are starting to wonder why Jay-Z hasn't spoken out about Diddy's arrest.
There's only one person that I call him Sean. That's Jay-Z. We call each other Sean.
You guys
And
are like
nobody else
brothers.
can call me Sean. He's the only person who's Sean. There's not a single person that outside of my mother. Okay.
See?
Now that Diddy is behind bars, it's impossible to ignore Jay-Z's silence. Is he worried that he too might be implicated?
Yes.
What did Jay-Z know about Diddy's activities? And how long has he been covering up the truth?
It's 2020, y'all. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a Black Billionaires lunch.
She pointed
A
out
Black
something even
Billionaires
more
lunch,
shocking.
wow.
The connections between Diddy, Jay-Z, and other infamous figures like Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, and R. Kelly.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response.
Yeah, D-Dog, he knows too much, and he is, because he's part of the problem.
You must respond.
Yes.
You have no choice.
Recently, while arriving in places, Jay-Z seemed nervous, probably
Uh-oh.
about being questioned about Diddy and why he's been avoiding the topic for so long.
Honey, comment. What do you guys think? Should we go live about this later on this week? If you
Okay, so that was Messy Sweet Spot. And
want us
basically,
to do that,
you guys, I don't know what is going on with my laptop. But anyway, so you guys, all this week, Kanye has been acting a fool. He's been ranting anti-Semitic remarks. He's been calling Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids the R word. So Matthew Knowles came out and responded. So let's talk about that. And also, Matthew Knowles has come out and said that he thinks that it's Beyonce's fault that her ticket sales are low. right? She's getting a lot of backlash for her tour. They're saying it's not selling like it should. You guys, let's get the likes up. But let's listen to this one here. Matthew was blaming
after she found
Jay-Z.
it hard to sell out her Cowboy Carter tour, even though the tickets have been available for a while now. If y'all have been following the tea about Beyonce and her ventures, then you know that there have been reports of how she hasn't been performing as well as expected. We thought that things were going to be different with the tour, but multiple sources are now claiming that several shows are still not sold out, which is weird considering that everyone expected the tour to sell out in minutes. But now, rumor has it that Beyonce's dad, Matthew, might hold Jay-Z responsible for Beyonce not selling out the tour, and it looks like there might be some bad blood between the two men. So did Jay-Z sabotage Beyonce, or is she suffering from the consequences of his messy SA lawsuit? Let's break this down. Okay, so like I said, this isn't the first time that Beyonce has been reported to be flopping, because I know y'all remember Ivy Park and how it didn't live up to the expectation. Now, you'd expect that someone of Beyonce's standing wouldn't have issues selling out, but Ivy Park just wasn't doing it for a lot of people. I have to give Beyonce her props.
I'm going to have to agree with you, D-Dot. The ticket prices are high, and also the economy is bad. Like, what do they think? I mean, I think she still has a huge fan base, of course, but people just can't afford it right now. People are getting laid off. They're getting fired. Are they crazy?
Park first dropped, it was a whole moment. The brand was flying off the shelves with fans ready to risk it all just to get their hands on a piece. And honestly, it made sense. Beyonce isn't one of those celebrities who constantly flood the market with random merch. When she puts her name on something, people expect quality, exclusivity, and a little bit of that Queen Bee magic. The first few collections had everybody talking, and sales were through the roof. But as time went on, the hype started to cool down. What was once a must-have turned into something people weren't rushing to buy anymore. According to insiders, the brand wasn't just struggling, it was actually losing money. And that's a little shocking because you think her name alone would keep the brand thriving. But apparently, even the biggest superstars aren't immune to the fashion industry's ups and downs. According to an in-depth analysis by the Wall Street Journal, Ivy Park sales crashed by over 50% and only brought in about $40 million in 2022. And this amount is a total from all the drops that the brand did in 2022. Now, this might seem like a lot of money, but it fell way below the projected range of Adidas, which partnered with the brand. The Journal said, sales of Ivy Park tumbled by more than 50% to about $40 million in 2022. Coming in below.
D-Dot says it goes anywhere from 8 to 10. What? Wow, that's a lot.
For $250 million in sales that year. Documents reviewed by the Wall Street Journal show. However, a spokesperson for Adidas spoke to Forbes and said, assumptions about Ivy Park are not correct. Its partnership with Ivy Park is strong and successful, and it continues to be inspired by our collective vision and are proud of the work we have created together. The company does not disclose key financial figures for individual product categories. Well, the line was eventually canceled by Adidas, so it probably wasn't making all that money. After the cancellation, Beyonce tried out several other new business launches, and they seem to be doing quite well. She started her perfume line, her Sacred hair line, and her Sir Davis whiskey line. Now, we don't know much about.
Now, her perfume line she's had for some years, because I've been buying that for a while, and they have a bath, bath spray and everything.
How well Sir Davis is doing after the initial hype around the launch, but Sacred seems to be doing quite well. There have been raving reviews all over social media about the line, and fans seem to be obsessed because a lot of the products are constantly sold out. So yeah, she seems to have found her footing when it comes to her businesses, which is why it's surprising that several news outlets are claiming that she is struggling in the major area where she has always excelled, her music. She announced the Cowboy Carter tour weeks ago, and some reports are saying that the shows are not selling out as expected. The only shows that have sold out are the 3 shows in Paris, and her LA shows are still struggling to sell out. Well, multiple fans have called her out for how expensive the tickets are, with some tickets going as high as $5,000, and those aren't even the VIP tickets.
$5,000, man. That's a lot of money. I'm sorry. Listen, that's a mortgage payment. That's like that's tuition for a college student for probably a few months. I mean, this is Beyonce. Come on now.
Isn't exactly in a good place right now, and a lot of people seem to think that she is doing too much with those prices. However, there are speculations that the high ticket prices aren't the only reason she isn't selling out, because some people are saying that the scandal surrounding her husband Jay-Z might have a thing or two to do with it. I'm talking about the scandal where he was accused of allegedly SA-ing a girl.
Now, you guys, I personally believe that I think there's a lot of things that are contributing to the low ticket sales, if that's really the case. The economy sucks right now, but Jay-Z literally did take a hit when he was implicated in the whole 13-year-old thing. It was really bad for his image. Even though the case has been dismissed, a lot of people still don't believe that he's innocent. They don't.
after the VMAs back in 2000. According to a lawsuit filed by the attorney, defendant Sean Combs, along with his longtime friend and collaborator Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, and a 13-year-old girl at an after party following the 2000 Video Music Awards. Another celebrity stood by and watched as Combs and Carter took turns SA in the minor. Many others were present at the after party but did nothing to stop the SA. Combs has been allowed for years to conduct himself in this manner without any consequences. He believes that he is above the law. He is not. His close friend Sean Carter has been with Combs during many such instances described herein. Both perpetrators must face justice. Jay-Z immediately slammed the lawsuit and accused the lawyer of extortion, saying, the statement said, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of...
Now, you guys know Jay-Z, of course, the case was dismissed, but Busby is facing a lot of scrutiny right now. Those cases that he fought against Diddy, most of them he's going to have to substitute out, like he's had to withdraw from them. And also they're accusing him of falsifying for that Pro Hoc DC. I know I'm saying it wrong. They're saying he is looking really bad right now.
Allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. Well, the lawsuit has been dropped after it was discovered that it had no merit. The alleged victim was reported to have revealed that she was forced and coerced into naming Jay-Z in the lawsuit by the lawyer, who Jay-Z believes to be after his own selfish gains. But even though he has been exonerated, it was still a very messy period for him, and the scandal painted him and his family in a bad light, which likely affected Beyonce's ticket sales because there were calls for her to be canceled alongside her husband. And get this, fans are now speculating that Beyonce's father, Matthew, might feel the same way about this and how the scandal affected his daughter. In case y'all forgot, Matthew used to be Beyonce's manager before she fired him when she found out that he had been mismanaging her funds. It also didn't help that he cheated on her mom and got someone else pregnant. However, Jaguar Wright has always called BS on this, claiming that Matthew handed over control of Beyonce to Jay-Z when they got married.
It's a business arrangement. She was a dowry. He married her and he got to have control of the Houston rap scene behind the scenes. Matthew Knowles handed it over to him, and then he fucked Daddy over, moved him out the way, and took the whole for himself.
Now, a lot of people did say that, you know, this whole relationship with Jay-Z was kind of a stage thing to further her career. And then once Jay-Z got her, he kind of nudged Matthew out of the picture. So I don't know, but that's what they say.
They were supposed to share that. They're supposed to share.
He said the nose looking crazy.
He likes to keep everything all to himself. And anything that he can't move around or move out the way, he'll just remove.
I'm not saying that Beyonce was really sold to Jay-Z, but if this is what happened, then it would explain why some people think that Matthew would be offended that Jay-Z dragged her into this SA mess, even though he has been vindicated. However, fans are convinced that the expensive tickets are the reason she's not selling out, and they left comments saying, well, maybe if they weren't $300 for a nosebleed in select cities people can't get to travel to because of the economy, they would sell better. I love her so much, but those prices are killing me. I think it was bad timing because she is greedy. Her fans run out of money because her tickets are expensive, and she was just on tour recently. And I've always wanted to see Beyonce perform live as well as other artists that I like, but the thing is, these ticket prices are out of control, and everyone wants to go on tour at the same time. People can't afford to spend hundreds of dollars for a concert ticket. But I want to know what y'all feel about this, so drop your thoughts in the comments and check out this next video.
Yeah, I really do. I think that it's the economy. People just can't afford it the way they did before. And also, Jay-Z, his image and all the stuff that he's been going through with this whole Diddy thing, I think it has it's reflecting negatively on her. So we also have one where Matthew has jumped into the group chat because you guys know Kanye was talking crazy about the kids calling them the R word. Matthew Knowles was like, oh no, we're not going for that. So let's listen to this. This is one I did, you guys. Please hit that like button while we get into the mess because these celebrities are scandalous. Y'all be talking about Kanye West. Yes, again, Kanye. Kanye has been trending for the past week with his deplorable anti-Semitic tweets, calling Kim Kardashian a trafficker, which I ain't gonna get into that. All sorts of things. But when he went off and called Jay-Z and Beyonce's innocent kids the R word, I think the whole entire internet held its breath like, oh, ish, Kanye, you done upped up now. It wasn't that the other rants weren't equally as offensive, shocking, or bad, but it's who he's going up against that caused everybody to say, yikes. Folks were thinking, Ninja, are you crazy? For a couple of reasons. Let's get into them. Number one, most people can agree kids are effing off limits, period. It's just a code. Leave the kids out of it. Life is hard enough than for a rusty ash ninja to be out here bashing kids. Kanye, stop. Are you crazy? Number two, there's the loyalty factor. Kanye, didn't Jay-Z manage you for some years? You collaborated on music with him. You were part of the Black Rat Pack. Him, Jay-Z, Diddy, you know, all three of you guys for years. And number three, Dida says Jazz Nasty 10 toes on that freak off couch. Okay, you know that's a freak off couch. Everybody, is that the blue couch that she was on? I think it's the blue couch. It's Jay-Z. Fan or not fan of Jay-Z, we know that Jay-Z is allegedly ruthless and dangerous when it comes to destroying an enemy. He raps about it in his music. Y'all, can we hit the like button? Somebody hit the like button for me, can you please? He's been effectively wrangling with attorney Busby, which I believe Busby thought he would be an easy prey. Kanye himself has even said, Jay, don't send them unalivers after me. So why would Kanye take a public jab at Jay-Z knowing he's going to push Jay-Z to the point of having to make an example out of him? You talked about the man's kids. I mean, the whole topic about the two twins and the fact that people are saying that Beyonce and Jay-Z keep those kids hidden because there's some disabilities, that in and of itself is enough to make Jay-Z want to take your head off, sir. So let's get into this article talking about how the Knowles, the Carters, they are coming together. They're going to make sure they shut Kanye down. They're talking about blackballing. Now, I think Jay-Z, they're saying that Jay-Z and Beyonce are going to sue him. Now, Tina Knoll came forward and made a comment. Now, Matthew has made a comment. And I think they're probably so pissed because there have been just speculation that there's something wrong with the twins, that they may be developmentally challenged or whatever. I mean, who cares? But I think, that's kind of sensitive. Any parent would be pissed about this. Guardianships shutting him down, y'all. Let's get into it. Please hit that like button while we talk about it.
Beyonce's dad, Matthew Knowles, says Kanye West will pay the price for slurs about her kids. Was that a threat or a promise? Much like Tina Knowles, Beyonce's dad is fed up with Kanye West after the rapper used slurs to refer to the superstar's two youngest kids. The divorced grandparents are on one accord when it comes to their grandchildren. Kanye, keep their names out of your mouth unless it's niceties. In one of his latest offensive tirades, the 47-year-old heartless rapper on Tuesday attacked the presumed mental capacity of Jay-Z and Beyonce's 7-year-old twins, Rumi and Sir, according to screenshots of his since-deleted tweet. Days later, Matthew Knowles told TMZ that karma would be coming.
D-Dot says if Kanye keeps talking his crap, he will be a zombie getting pumped full of... Yeah, listen, D-Dot, I'm telling you, this man, something... And I mean, not to predict it, but something bad is going to happen. He's making too many enemies. He is.
Way for attacking his grandchildren as the Carters prepare to take legal action. People pay a price for being stupid, especially in the music industry, he told the outlet. I'm hopeful Kanye gets the type of help he needs. In terms of mental health, Matthew hopes Kanye gets the help he needs. But in the meantime, the Knowles Carter clan is going to make sure he shuts the F up and ensure he's blackballed within the entertainment industry. He's already offended the Jewish community, in which Drake joined his Jewish brothers in giving a middle finger to Kanye. He is boxing himself into a corner he won't be able to escape. Matthew's comments came after matriarch Tina appeared to address Kanye's remarks in an Instagram reel earlier this week. In a previous caption to the clip, which has since been edited, Tina said that it's hard to remain positive and classy in the face of ignorance and evil, according to Us Weekly and TMZ. But I know that no weapon formed against me or my family shall prosper, she reportedly wrote. This battle is not mine, but the Lord's. I know that God has got this, though West subsequently tweeted that he does love Jay-Z, and I do feel bad. He only doubled down on his disdain for the famous couple who he said could have helped me have more leverage with my kids. They could have used their cultural position to not just watch the Kardashians run me over. ST hurts. So FK, both of them.
You know what, D-Dot, I don't have nothing against Tina either, but she looks like a witch, like, if that's, not to say it in a mean way, but her look is just so exaggerated, right? It's scary. It is, yes.
Needed them, it was FK me, he wrote in another since deleted post. Kanye's latest tantrum came.
And another thing about Kanye, y'all, let's get the likes up, please. Let's hit the like button. It's crazy that he thinks that they owe him that. His fight with Kim Kardashian, that's your ex-wife. That's your custody battle. Why would he think Jay-Z and Beyonce would have to step in and do anything about that? You married the woman, so it's your battle. It's not theirs. That's crazy. So he's punishing them, making all these comments because they didn't come fight Kim Kardashian for him.
Same day as reports that his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, was considering filing for full custody of their 4 young kids amid his ongoing disturbing behavior, which has been rife with anti-Semitic sentiments. Woo, child, this is a lot. Do you think Kanye is on a mission to destroy himself? Or is this marketing genius to get people to listen to his new music? Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you on the next video.
Now, you guys, the crazy thing about it is I think Kanye is nuts. But I did listen. I actually woke up like at 4 o'clock in the morning and I listened to a little bit of exactly. D-Dot says, be a man, Kanye. Right. You chose this woman. He was talking about her. He was so focused on PORN, right? And Kim's body and all of this stuff. Like that, he was lusting after her. And now you made these babies and you going crazy. Nobody can fight your battle for you, Kanye. It's on you. But last night I woke up like at 4 in the morning. You guys know I've been having one of my migraine episodes. So like, I'm just coming out of it. So I was feeling a little bit better. And I listened to his song Bully. Like I listened to about 5 or 6 of the tracks because it's on YouTube now. You guys go check it out. And honestly, you guys, the music wasn't bad. But it also makes you think, if you listen to his lyrics, Kanye, you're not that crazy. Kanye is saying things. I don't know if he's going on these rants just to get publicity, to get attention for his album that's going to be released. But if you listen to the lyrics, he sounds sane. The lyrics make sense. It's things that we can relate to. So I really just don't know how to take Kanye. I just don't. Let me see. Yeah, you guys. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I wanted to wrap there. So we talked about Tesla and Kanye and how crazy he is, and Beyonce and Jay-Z, the blind item that they're going to get a divorce. What do y'all think about that? I don't know. I do believe, let's think about it. At this point, everybody said they're just married in name only. It's a contractual agreement. They got so many deals that they have together. You can't just walk away from marriages like that. It has to be unraveled. It has to be negotiated. It's a huge estate. I think as a couple, they're billionaires. So, unfortunately, if Beyonce wants to just bounce, she can't. She just can't. It's just not. Like me, if I was married, he'd be like, girl, bye. Just give me the ring and just go on about your business. But Beyonce can't do that. It's too many people depending on her to be a cash cow. And it's sad, So I do believe that, she could want out, but she doesn't know how. Because if you guys remember about, I want to say before her album came out, Lemonade. Do you guys remember it was talks that Beyonce had wanted to divorce Jay-Z? And that, because he had been cheating. That's when it was really bad. And that she was at a party, and this wasn't a blind item. They were talking about this, that she was at a party and she had started drinking. She had gotten a little tipsy and she had started saying stuff about she wanted the divorce and she didn't want to be married. And her mom, Tina, that she got smacked, or they yanked her and was like, shut up. It's too many people here. And so people leaked that, which her rant that night, people leaked it. D-Dot says she's stuck in a rock. Yeah. I think she is too, D-Dot. I know a lot of people don't like her, but That woman can't just leave Jay-Z like that. Now, if Jay-Z wants the marriage to be over, then it'll be over. But I feel like his ego is too much money involved. Like, he's just not gonna just let her. Like, it's almost like marrying into royalty. They have become so large together as a unit. I mean, they are a brand. They are a brand, and it's too many people depending on that brand to stay the way it is. So I feel like she's kind of stuck. I mean, how do you divorce Jay-Z? I don't know. Now, I feel like if Jay-Z wants this marriage to dissolve, then it's not a problem. Because what is she going to do? We know that she is not the power player in this marriage or this relationship. But I do remember when that situation came out. I mean, if you guys go on the internet, I could go on Lipstick Alley and see if I could find it. But just like the one lady who was talking, the TikToker, when she was talking about the blind items, there's so much information and so many things that came out years ago that have been scrubbed from the internet. I mean, seriously, because I go, when I'm doing research and things like that, like I told you guys before, there was a video about Diddy kissing Quincy on the lips. The link to the video was there, but when you click it, it says it's been removed. So there are so many old things and stories that Jay-Z, Diddy, that they have it scrubbed, and they can do that. And it'll say something like the video owner, the uploader has removed this video, stuff like that. So they're able to scrub a lot of stuff, But I do remember Beyonce wanting, allegedly, to leave the marriage a long time ago. And if you think about it, that was about a decade ago. And with all the stuff that Jay-Z has gotten into recently, do y'all think she still want to be there? Hell no. D-Dot says Quincy Jones dated Luda. What? Wait a minute, D-Dot. I'm trying to see if I heard that before. Okay, now I know Cat Williams was making some comments about Luda, saying he was a little bit, and I never thought of that about him before until Cat Williams came out, and I believe a lot of these men in the industry, they do a lot of this gay for pay or pay for gay or whatever, because they want to, advance their careers. So I do believe a lot of them do whatever it takes to get that contract signed or get that money. I believe it, I mean, let's face it, you guys. They even said Jay-Z has done some things with me. All allegations. I don't think Jay-Z is gay or nothing like that, but there have been rumors that he has partaken in, they do a lot of stuff when they be swinging, when they have them freak offs, right? So a lot of these men, they said, in the when they're doing freak offs, they be freaking off, okay? Both ways. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that Jay-Z might swing it to the left, swing it to the right, swing it to the one there tonight? Yay. D-Dot says there's a video of them holding hands like they're... What? I haven't seen that. I got to look it up. Ashley says, haha, Sean is... I so think, bye. Hey, Ashley, welcome. Welcome. It's good seeing you tonight. I mean, honestly, I don't put it above any of them to be. I mean, it's the industry. And now that we're learning more about it, we know that that's how they get down. It's almost like they don't even listen. My daughter is 24. This new generation, their whole motto is love, okay? It is no genders. Everything is fluid. So, hey, I believe in that entertainment industry, that's something that they do. It's like they swap. They're in a whole different sphere than us, so they think it's okay. I mean, that's what they do. Can y'all hit the like button? Please hit the like button. D-Dot says Jay-Z's always freaking off, probably animals too. Listen, y'all heard the videos or the rumors where they said Diddy was into, what is it called? I'm probably saying it wrong. Listen, you guys. Necrophilia, necromancy. And so one of them is where you're conjuring up spirits of deceased people. And the other one is when you actually want to get busy with an unalive body. And y'all know we can't say stuff because of YouTube. So, I mean, if they doing stuff like that, and there are people who do it, I don't put nothing past nobody. And then there was somebody who, y'all, Joe Budden, remember, didn't Joe Budden say, I mean, and these are all allegations, this is for entertainment purposes only, but do y'all remember that thing when it came out that Joe Budden, they said that he was messing with his dog? Do y'all remember that? And I know it sounds crazy, but these people are crazy. Do y'all remember that, where it was some rumor that Joe Budden had touched his dogs? Because he said, and I believe that there's actual audio of him saying it, where he said he likes to help relieve his dog. That's all. I'm just gonna say it like that. For I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. So I believe these guys be doing all sorts of weird things. They have these weird fetishes. You know, they just do whatever because life is so boring, you know. So D-Dot says, yep. So you did hear it. It's like he made some comment about messing with the animals. And I remember people were very upset about it. Like that's, it doesn't matter that it's an animal. It's like you shouldn't be, I can't. It's disgusting. I'm not even going to try to explain it. Y'all get the drift. But I mean, I did see another thing where there was a woman, it was on the internet, where she had messed with horses and dogs and stuff. Like, it is some sick people in this world. And I don't think like Jay-Z or none of these people, I don't think they're above being crazy either. D-Dot says 50 Cent be talking about Joe, but yep, 50 be talking about all of them. Because I think 50 is one of the few who never got into that weird stuff, you know. Because remember Diddy was trying to get at 50, and remember Diddy had wanted to take 50 shopping, and 50 was like, nah, dude, nah, man, you ain't taking me shopping like a woman, right? So I think 50 was one of the artists back in the day that just kind of never got into it. But y'all, now but you know, they said Ja Rule, they're saying that Ja Rule may have been bent over by some of the men. I don't know. You know, and Wendy Williams is the one. Wendy has a list: Busta Rhymes, Ja Rule. Like, I've heard Trey Songz. I mean, we've seen Justin Bieber. Unfortunately, he was a kid, so whatever he was pushed into, probably not his fault. But that guy, Odell Beckham or whatever his name is, like, I mean, it seems like it's just a freak off free for all. That's what it sounds like, right? If you go to one of them parties, if you standing next to a warm body, you better be ready to bend over. That's what it sounds like, you know? So it's just crazy, you guys. Allegedly, yes. Thank you to my co-host. You guys, please don't forget to go follow Lulu's Divine Flow, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Dang. And y'all, she wasn't feeling good today, so let's send her some love and some hearts and hope she feels better. We were both a little bit under the weather, so thank you guys. And thanks to my other co-host, D-Dot, because he has been carrying the show with me. Ashley says yes. Jean says Ja Rule and Sean were naked in the bed. Yes, exactly. But y'all, Gene Deal seen a lot, okay? Like, he was around so much activity, but you didn't do nothing. I mean, it's kind of crazy. D-Dot said just nasty. Yeah. I mean, I was on one of the lives, and I was like, I would just D-Dot says Lulu's Divine. Hey, feel better, sis. Yes, Lulu. Are you feeling better? I'm feeling better. I've been in bed, like, basically I've been down for a few days. I couldn't hardly do anything but, you know, the basics. But I feel a lot better. And I appreciate you guys being here with me. Hey, giving me energy. Hey. Jeez. D-Dot says Gene be lying. Ooh, so you think them kneecaps don't be telling the truth? Ashley says, yes, ma'am. I'm so upset Gene will not tell what happened with what Sean did, Tupac and Biggie. You know what, Ashley? That's going to be coming out soon, though. I mean, that one guy, what's his name? Oh, Lulu, I'm sorry. And I appreciate you being here, but I don't have to, because it's not, our chats aren't that bad. We don't have a lot of crazy people. But Ashley, what's that guy's name? The one who's up for the murder. A lot of this, oops, you can't even say that. The unaliving. It's gonna come out. They're talking about it's gonna come out. So what is that man's name? Do y'all know it's D-Dot says the kneecaps don't lie. Keefe D, yes. So I don't think he ain't gonna have a choice. And listen, I feel like, do y'all think that Gene Deal has had to testify? I feel that he has. I don't recall if he came forward and said that he did or didn't. He's wrote a couple books. They're gonna be going to him for information. The feds have been looking at Diddy since the 90s. And Gene was right there at that time. So I feel like if something's gonna come out, I feel like he's gonna have to testify. Now he might not want to tell us. I understand him not wanting to be public with it, but in terms of testifying under oath or being subpoenaed, yeah, I don't see how he's gonna get around not telling what he knows about it. And I would hope that he would. I just recently saw him talking about the fact that D-Dot says Foxy Brown is supposed to be at the same. Really? I heard that. I did hear that. But you know what? Now I get confused because I remember the situation. Okay, so what are we talking about, the Tupac or the Biggie? Because I have been hearing that Foxy Brown was around for the Tupac situation in Vegas. D-Dot says Gene will fail. What do you mean Gene will fail? How? Did Gene not allegedly work for Sean from Round Pac and Biggie's offings? Okay, Ashley, wait. Let me see what you're saying. Did Gene did not allegedly work for Sean from Round Pac at Biggie's offerings? I know that he worked for Big Diddy, and there are a couple of allegations or different. There are a couple of different incidents where they're trying to say that that Diddy was responsible for that. Remember when Tupac got pow-powed in the elevator at that recording studio in New York? They're saying Diddy has something to do with that. Biggie was there. I don't think Diddy was there that night, but I know Biggie was there with some other guys. So they're saying Diddy had something to do with that. And there's a story because Choke No Joke talks about it. And it's almost like the guys were there. Maybe Diddy had been there earlier and he left, but Biggie was still there. And then, you're right. They say that Diddy, put a price on his head with the Keefe D and all of that stuff. And Biggie too. So it's just crazy. D-Dot says if Gene takes the stand, he will be you think so? Man, the perjury, that he don't want to do that. Now the best thing he could say is I don't remember, I forgot, but he don't want to perjure himself, because that you can go to jail for that, right? So I would hope that he would sit up there and lie. You could say, oh, I forgot. D-Dot says, I'd rather have the kneecap. I always be laughing about them kneecaps. I was telling the lounge, I was like, girl, I need a pair of kneecaps. You guys, my knees are bad. So the kneecap stuff, I be laughing about it. But if your knees are not good, it's a problem. I have to get shots in my knees. I used to jog and stuff. And I don't know, kind of bad shoes, and they told me the things that I used to do kind of messed up my knees and everything. If your kneecaps ain't cool, you're not cool. The kneecaps see it all, right? The kneecaps know everything, okay? Everything. And when your kneecaps go out, it's rough. So, but yeah, I think I feel like Gene's definitely gonna have to testify. He's like the soundtrack to all of the drama, right? He got all the information. Ashley says, Jamil loves to say about yes about his kneecaps. I think Jamil started the kneecaps, and I forget how it started. I don't know if Gene had made a comment or something that his knees were hurting or something, and they started the whole thing. But Jamil has everybody laughing about them kneecaps, man. That is so funny. But it's crazy because Gene was around so much. He saw so much. It's like he was Diddy. I won't say his Diddy's right hand man, but he was right there, just like that Christina Corum. I might be mispronouncing her last name. You guys are like, when they talk about the enterprise and who facilitated all of this stuff, y'all was there. Nobody said nothing. Even if you didn't do things, you allowed it to some degree. That's why a lot of people have a problem with Gene. How much did you know and what did you do? Or did it get bad or worse after Gene left? I don't know. I try to give him a pass because he has been so vocal. He's one of the people that came forward. He's the first person I ever saw, probably back in 2019. He was the first person who was saying about Diddy broke Kim Porter's nose. D-Dot says, I know Jay-Z got a lot. Yes. Yo. And Ashley says, yes, allegedly Sean was wanting to be part of Gene's. Yes, exactly. And that's one of the first videos I saw, Ashley, where Gene was talking about Diddy wanted to be part of the gang and stuff. But D-Dot says Jay-Z got a lot of tapes. Y'all got to remember, that's the same thing that got R. Kelly in trouble. These damn tapes. I don't know what was the big deal with them taping all of this stuff. But remember, that's how R. Kelly got caught up, because he had a bag full of those VHS tapes. What were they doing taping everything? Can't you just do it and keep it in your mind? I don't know. And no offense, I love the guys. Y'all thumbs up and everything. But like, I don't think women be sitting up here taping stuff and carrying it around. I just don't. Like, why were they filming and then keeping the evidence? That's weird. I don't know. Hold on one second, you guys. Hold on. I don't get it, if you went through the situation, why are you keeping the evidence on yourself? But yeah, they're saying that all of them have videos. And here's another thing. Diddy, Jay-Z, and Kanye, those were like I said, the Black Rat Pack, right? If y'all don't know, the Rat Pack is way back in the day with Frank Sinatra and all of them old guys back in the day. I remember, hearing about them, and Sammy Davis Jr. So I say that they were the Black Rat Pack, the modern day Rat Pack. They did everything together. They were three peas in a pod, right? I think Jay-Z and Kanye were the closest, but then, Diddy and Jay-Z were the closest, and then Kanye kind of got added to the mix. He's a little bit younger than them, and then, Jay-Z managed him. But they were all doing the same things. It's hard and I bet you they all have dirt on each other, right? They got dirt. It's almost like if you hang out with a group of girls or you hang out with a group of people, y'all be doing dirt together. Everybody got something on each other. Now, somebody might have the big stuff, just like Kanye said to Jay-Z. Remember, Kanye said about 4 or 5 years ago, oh, Jay-Z don't send them unalivers after me. Come on now. He made a joke about it, but he meant that. He knows Jay-Z's history. So all of them know different things about each other. So it's almost like it cancels out. But who has the worst dirt on the person? And right now, Diddy is the one that's locked up. But he probably could take down Jay-Z and Kanye. Because they all know where the bodies are buried on each other. I believe they all know it. Dida says, when you do dirt, when you do dirt, you get dirt. You are the dirt. That's what I used to tell my daughter. When she was in high school, I would say, listen. Let me tell you, if you with a group of people that's doing some mess and they get busted, don't come telling me, oh, mom, I wasn't. I didn't. No, if you're with them, you are them. You are them. If you with a group of people that robbed I don't care if you sat in the car, you are guilty by association. So I hate it when people be like, oh, well, I didn't know. No, if you were there, you knew enough. Unless you just simple. You knew enough. You don't run with the clique of people and not know what they're into. I'm sorry. It's crazy to me how people think they could be absolved. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know they were doing it. You knew. You knew. You kept going back. You liked what they were doing, and it was a benefit to you, you know? I feel like all three of them, and it's crazy, you guys. I wanted to do a video about this, you guys. You guys tell me what you think. Isn't it crazy? If we were to rewind this tape about 6 years ago, Diddy, Jay-Z, Kanye were all still kind of at the top of their game. Now, we knew Kanye was all a little bit off, but look at all three of those guys who were like power hitters. Look how they have fallen out. Now, Diddy, Jay-Z, and Kanye, they are all pretty much, in my opinion, enemies. Now, Kanye just came forward and, you know, was talking all that stuff about Diddy. But y'all, Tisa tells Dida says, you should know your surround. Absolutely. You cannot be around no thuggins and act like, oh, I didn't do it. I didn't know what that you knew. If you were sitting in the car before they got to rob the place, y'all was plotting and scheming. You knew what they were going to do. Don't bring that to me. I'm that type of mother. I don't want to hear it. I'm not coddling you. If you upped up, you knew better because you've had too many opportunities. You knew better. But Tisa Tales just did a video, you guys, where she was saying that Diddy has turned against Kanye. Because, you know, just like maybe a week ago, a couple days ago, Kanye did the video where he was talking to Diddy in jail. And Diddy came out and said, I didn't even know he was filming me. Well, not filming, but recording. I didn't know. So allegedly, Diddy was pissed about that. So after Kanye went on his rants and was saying all the anti-Semitic stuff and, you know, calling Jay-Z and them kids the R word, Diddy has now allegedly turned on Kanye and is siding with Kim Kardashian. Can y'all believe that? Now, Tisa has a video. Y'all could go check out her channel. I have not. I just watched a little snippet of it. D-Dot, you wrong. But look, I'm a zip it. I ain't gonna say nothing, okay? I used to be in Tisa's her chats and stuff, and we've done panels together back in the day before she blew up. She used to do tarot. She used to be like a tarot person where she would, you know, do fortunes and stuff. She actually did a reading on me back in the day too. D-Dot says, ain't that something? D-Dot, you can say a lot without saying anything. But anyway, yeah, so she talks about, the fact that Diddy has turned on turned on Kanye and is siding with Kim now. Now, see, that's another thing. I wonder, does Diddy think Kim Kardashian has a better, like, having the Kardashians on his side will help him with his case? I know Kim Kardashian had that legal where she was trying to be a lawyer, which that failed. So, but I don't like, why the sudden change? Just say nothing. Why would he just make a quick flip unless he is actually not siding with Kim, but trying to send a message to Jay-Z that I don't agree with what Kanye said about your kids? Because if you listen to that audio, he's saying nobody came to help me. You're the only one who had my back. I mean, he said, and so in my opinion, I felt like he was talking about Jay-Z. Like, Jay-Z didn't support me. You're the only one who had my back. So I feel like, is he trying to let Jay-Z know, look, I'm on your side, you know, because him and Jay-Z have that case together. So it might make more sense for him to side with Jay-Z than Diddy. But Diddy is the only one who kind of publicly was trying to support him, right? So I don't know, y'all. I can't call it. Like, why would he be saying, oh, so Tisa, matter of fact, y'all, let's just go on and listen to it since we up in here. Because I didn't listen to the whole thing, but we gonna listen to it now.
Don't you down bad when Diddy is sitting there throwing you under the bus saying you a bad look. You guys, what am I talking about? Diddy has sided with Kim Kardashian and he is trying to help her get her kids and custody away from. Because yes, it's unbelievable.
What?
Oh my God, you guys come in there. We gotta talk. You know you are down bad when Diddy is saying you're a bad look, trying to publicly distance himself from Kanye. And on top of that, he is helping Kim get full custody away from Kanye. Y'all, listen. A lot's going on.
Okay, you guys, I haven't seen this video, but how could Diddy, if his is in jail right now, how could he be helping somebody get custody? Like what?
If you guys don't know, Kanye came out ridiculously trying to rehab Diddy. I think he was just using Diddy for press. Everybody says Kanye is in the midst of a mental break, but why all his mental breakdowns keep happening?
And I do believe that Kanye was just using them. Kanye don't give a damn about Diddy. He has his new song coming out, Bully, which I listened to it last night, you guys. He's just using him for publicity. He don't listen, after this, he'll probably disconnect his phone and say, MF, don't contact me.
Around why all his mental breakdowns keep happening around when he has album releases and album drops.
Yeah,
that's such an interesting thing. Unfortunately, go watch my other videos. It's not going to help from what's coming down the road. They are saying Jay-Z and Beyonce has had it, and they are going to blacklist Kanye West from the industry. This ain't no Spotify deal. This is anybody that wants to be in, around, or work with anybody that's cool with Jay-Z, Beyonce, or Rock Nation, which is basically the whole.
And see, the thing about it is, I do believe that Jay-Z has a bigger, well, first of all, Kanye has painted himself in a box. D-Dot says, I feel that also. Yes, because y'all have to remember, Rock Nation is very powerful. Kanye has his clothing line and his music and stuff. But remember, Jay-Z has now catapulted out of just the hip-hop sphere. He has connections with the NFL now. He's got big money and big ties connected to him.
Baby, you persona non grata if you don't stop. But forget all that. One of the most shocking things that happened is
Ashley says, hey, ma'am, think about it. Since Sean is, hold on, Miss Ashley, let me pull it up. Ashley says, think about it. Maybe Sean is all of a sudden taking Kim's side because Kanye taped his call with Sean. I agree with that too. Like, I feel like at this point he was talking, he didn't know that Kanye was going to put that audio out there, because I feel like he was low-key throwing Jay-Z under the bus, and he might have wanted Kanye to do something publicly, but he did not know that Kanye was going to put it out there. So it kind of makes him look like they have linked up, and he does not want Jay-Z to think that, because remember, Jay-Z has helped him inadvertently. This whole, by Jay-Z fighting Tony Busby, all of those cases that Busby had against Diddy, they're kind of right now in limbo unless these people get new attorneys. So even though Jay-Z has not publicly come and necessarily supported Diddy, he probably doesn't want to make him an enemy. He probably needs Jay-Z more than he needs Kanye right now. So I agree with you on that one.
Diddy has come out and said he didn't know Kanye West was recording him. I said, okay, we've heard that, but get this. He feels like he was collateral damage in Kim Kardashian drama. Diddy is apologizing to Kim for disrespecting New York. How insane do you have to be, Kanye, when the boogeyman is apologizing for disrespecting North? On top of that, Diddy is said to be doing everything he can to get on Kim's good side.
What?
Now, why is that? Well, this is just me and my opinion.
Okay, you guys. Okay. What? He's trying to get on Kim's good side. What? Why? Huh? Okay. We got to hear this. I've not heard this. I want to hear this. This is a theory. What?
Kim and especially Chloe, have been at all the Diddy parties, baby. They have rode all the rides and slided on all the slides. They know in and out what goes on. On top of that, let's not forget that I think 24 hours before Diddy's house got raided, Kim publicly, quietly unfollowed Diddy. They always seem to be ahead of things. They are saying that Kim and Chris might be called on as witnesses. If they are not called as witnesses as prosecution, Diddy does not want Kim, Chris, Chloe, and Kylie talking about what they know in any.
Now that's a good point, because y'all remember just Kanye the last couple of days, he has been calling out Kim and Chris, saying that they are traffickers. So, and y'all, there's a lawsuit that goes back into the late 80s, 90s, and it does name all of these people as having something to do with messing with children. It's crazy.
Shape or form. Let's not forget that Corey Gamble, Kris Jenner, Kylie, they have all publicly said they love Diddy. They flaunted the relationship, how close they were. They kissed the rings. They were at all the parties. They know a lot of Diddy's secrets. And I know what y'all saying. Well, the prosecutors can make somebody say what they want, but that's only what they find. I'm sure there are secrets that they do not want them opening their mouths to and talking to the prosecutor about. But anyway, let's get into this. Get this. They said Diddy did not know he was being recorded on video. An insider further explains that Diddy feels like he was collateral damage in the debacle over Kanye West's new song, which Kim Kardashian was against being released. He goes on to say, that beef is really with Kim, okay? And that is a matter of older, influential black men knowing these guys are kind of flying blindly. The insider also confirmed that the call was real and not AI. Somebody tried to say that call was AI. How would that be AI?
No, I thought that call was real. You could see Kanye talking to him, and it was done in real time. Now, there are some other calls that came out that I think could be AI, but this one was definitely real, I believe.
Christian in the background, just stop. Anyway, the way, and Diddy is literally trying to justify saying, listen, I feel like collateral damage. You used me as a beef with Kim in your child custody thing, right? And Diddy's trying to say he wasn't trying to encourage Kanye in any way or form to disrespect Kim. He was saying it was a matter of an older influential black man knowing that Kanye is kind of flying blindly. That's why he said, Kim, you can't blame me for this. He said, all I told him was, you be careful out there, Kanye West, because they're definitely trying to end us. They can't, and Kanye.
Yeah, D-Dot, I think the call was real too. But I'm surprised because Kanye, that was kind of messed up for him to record it. Like Diddy, not that he cares anything about Diddy. We don't care about that, but that just shows you how sneaky and manipulative Kanye is. He's not that damn crazy.
Can't do it, and they ain't gonna do it. I'm going to beat this ish and get next to you. All right. What? Anyway, and another part, Diddy said, I'll tell you the real from the front line. This ish is wicked, wicked, wicked. So be careful. He told him also to have some effing fun and F these MFers. Let me tell you something. This whole thing about being wicked, why do you think it's wicked? Do you think it's actually wicked, Diddy? Because what happened? You were doing all these things for all these people, and then everybody was having fun. And then when it came time to it, you're the only one being held accountable. Well, you know, as a black man, there's something you can do about that, Diddy. Snitch on everybody. Snitch. Tell us who's responsible.
Oh, you guys know also lately they've been saying that Diddy's attorneys have been telling him he should take a plea deal, and he is refusing. So apparently, I think Gene Deal had been talking about it. I've heard people talking about it. I can't find the actual video, but apparently Gene has some inside connections to Diddy. Of course, he was around them, so he probably still knows people that talk to Diddy, and they're saying that he does not want to cooperate. He wants to take this because he thinks he's innocent. Well, I don't think he thinks he's innocent. I think he thinks he's gonna beat it.
Unless you're mad that you're protecting these people that were in there having fun with you. I'm talking about these powerful people that everybody says Diddy is protecting. So you think it's unfair that you were doing this and you were kind of like the event coordinator for all these powerful people with all these freaky things, and everybody was down in it. And then you got caught. And you're saying it's now wicked that you're being held accountable, but you are refusing to actually call out your cohorts and co-conspirators and everybody that was also involved. So you just basically want to be set free so you can keep running your your lucrative freak show thing. All right, Diddy, good luck with that. Another person that I'm saying good luck is Kim. She is doing her best, right? She is doing her best to make sure that she gets full custody away from Kanye West. Again, let me just say this, right? I do not think Kanye is a healthy person for the kids to be around just because he is addicted to night.
Well, so I think Kim currently has full physical custody, but they have joint legal so that they can make decisions. But after he had North around the Tate brothers, I think that's when Kim flipped it. So she probably is trying to make it so that he cannot take the kids anywhere without her consent. And he's probably going to end up with supervised visitations. That's how I'm seeing it.
Oxide by all reports. Let me know if I'm wrong, and his brain is eaten away. But the kids are never really alone with them. They always got all their nannies and their security detail. However, Kim is now saying that she's expressing frustration, that she needs her lawyer on speed dial because of Kanye West. Oh, Kim, just when you thought that you could maybe get somebody to stand on the red carpet with you, Kanye starts with his antics. I will say this. You think we're going to see this on another episode or another season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians? Or you think they're going to act like this didn't even happen and we are going to be beat over the head watching Chloe make Chloe in Wonderland, where she is literally trying to groom a new generation of girls to be dum-dums, right? Because that's one thing I love about dum-dums, and I know about dum-dums. They like to create other dum-dums. They're not happy to be on Dum-Dum Island on their own. Nah, they need to put other dum-dums on that island. Anyway, they said that Kim has been feeling stressed and overwhelmed, that she's dealt with his recent public outbursts, especially when it affects the kids. They said that the kids can't stand when he acts irrational and just wants him to be able to spend time with them in a safe way. They said when Kanye's not around, it's very sad for the kids. North especially acts to see him. But when he is around, many times it causes frustration and stress for Kim. Baby.
Just based on the way Kanye acts publicly, I can imagine the anxiety it causes for his children. I'm pretty sure I don't want to say embarrassing, but I'm sure they love their dad. I don't care what we think as the public. It's not a parent-child relationship. It is what it is. They love their dad, but he's a little bit cuckoo.
You know what? I can't even say that's the man you picked, because the stuff that she said about Chicago and North is really, really concerning. And I think this goes back to, I don't know. I feel sorry for those kids either way. She said she can't stand when he acts irrational. She wants the kids to spend time with him in a safe environment. She finds it ridiculous that she needs her lawyer on speed dial. The last straw was when North was going to be around the Tate brothers. Anyway, let me just say this, right? Kanye has alleged that the Kardashians are sex trafficking, but Kanye, you played a role in that. You were fine with North wearing lipstick, even her talking about her being in an FKA Twigs video, as if that's doing something when she looks like an 11-year-old with silly string having fun. That was one of the most wholesome things we've seen North be involved in, except when she was dressed up like the giant chicken saying, "Oh, I just can't wait to be king," right? At the end of the day, again, I'm confused. I guess it comes down to whether we really believe that Kanye West is involved in a psychological break or not. I happen to think it is not. I think it's coincidence that every time he turns into a big a-hole, he does it to get attention, and he does it when he needs an album released. And if you guys don't know, he just released an album, and he's hooked up with Nick Fuentes, noted white supremacist. He has his own crew. Kanye is unrepentant. Nothing has changed about that man at all. The only thing that has changed is that his brain is gone because of that nitrous oxide. But hey, we'll see how things play out. What do y'all think?
And that's crazy, because if he's taking the nitrous oxide, plus he has mental health issues, and these are all allegations, we cannot confirm it, that's a recipe for disaster. And no wonder he's going off on the rails. But if Kim could prove that, then he definitely will have to have supervised visitation, because in California, that is something that they will really take into account if the parent is on rug abuse.
Let me know in the comments, what do y'all think about Diddy trying to kiss up to Kim and literally throwing Kanye under the bus, saying, I didn't know, it was a proxy, I was just trying to give him advice, but I would never, ever, ever disrespect you as a mother or your family. Because one thing is, the Kardashians know all of Diddy's secrets, and more than anything, the Kardashians are happy to testify. They'll do anything and anyone to save themselves. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay, you guys, we have been doing this for 2 hours. And shout out to you guys for joining me tonight. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Shout out to my co-host, Lulu, and to Ashley Cashin, and to D-Dot. Y'all were my co-hosts for tonight. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys on the next video. Y'all have a good one. Bye.